Look who's back.
Sazón, ¿cómo es? Boricua dominicano.
Right.
¿Cómo fue la última vez? Okay.
El mofongo y el mangú.
El mangú, I like that so much.
See, we're back. Regresamos con Yari. Welcome back, guys, to Straight Talk with your co-hosts, Ivette Elizabeth and
Yari.
And we are here on another week.
Yes, we made it.
Yes.
Finally.
I know.
Monday. It feels like, Monday for me feels like a Friday. I don't know.
For me,
you make
I lose track of my days.
Yeah, me too.
Because tomorrow I'm gonna forget what happened today or even the day before. I don't feel like it was forever ago.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I'm good. I think that I put that in my mind. Like, okay, it's Monday's my Friday, and then just the rest of the days is just whatever. Go with the flow.
Yeah. Because tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Exacto.
We'll wake up and...
Exacto. So we have to live the momento to the fullest.
Exactly.
So if I feel like it's Friday, it's Friday.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's right. And then one day, we're going to wake up every day and the day won't even matter.
I know. Like my dad. It's like funny because my dad, he's at that point. That he's like... I don't know. He doesn't even know when is his birthday anymore. Like, yeah, he forgets. It's because he doesn't think about, like, and you get to a certain age that you don't even think about the number, like, I don't even...
I have to remind my mom how old she is.
Yes,
and she'll laugh about it, too.
Yes.
And she'll be like, no, yo no tengo cuánto. ¿Y cuánto yo tengo? I'm like, ma, you're not. Like, no.
Yeah, because before we're like, oh my God, I cannot wait to be 21 so I can drink or to be, old enough to do whatever. So that's why I think you pay more attention to the age.
When you're younger.
But
because you want to be an adult so fast.
Yeah, after 30, to be honest, like last year, I was like, wait a second, how old I am? I forgot, like, am I 38? Am I 37? And, okay, whatever. But anyway.
I forget too. Sometimes I forget I'm 40. No way, I'm 41. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm good. Yeah, I'm okay. I'll accept my age. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's not about a number. I feel it's how you feel inside.
It is, because honestly, I don't even think about it sometimes.
Como te sientas, todavía podemos bailar, perrear.
I know, I went dancing on Friday for a little bit. We went to La Casa de Chimney.
Ay, qué rico.
And we went, I started dancing. I was like, I was telling the girls, I was like, you know what música típica is? That's like a 6 to 10 minute track. And sure enough, they played it. I said, oh, let's go. And he's like, ¿y cómo tú sigues bailando? I'm like, I got it. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. Like, it's in the blood. And which I'm grateful for that. I'm proud to be so Dominican.
Yeah, I know. We have the sazón y la energía.
I know, exactly. Like, you cannot be Spanish.
As you hear merengue or salsa, it's like we have to get...
Yeah, let it out.
Exacto,
like, I
sácalo
can't.
para afuera.
Sácalo. Exacto. Like, there's no way. Like, even if I'm standing, I'll be like,
Yeah, we have the music inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
which, with that note, well, guys, I'm super excited to have Yari back on this episode today, and we're gonna talk about a few different things. We're gonna switch it up a little bit, but I do want to let you guys know that the next coming episodes are gonna be amazing, because we have Hispanic Heritage Month coming up.
Yes.
So I look forward to the next couple of episodes. So I want you guys to get ready too. I'm gonna let you know when and what to do, so you can join each party. We're gonna have a party with all different cultures. It's gonna be awesome. So I look forward to that. So a todos que están escuchando, prepárense por la fiesta, okay? Because it's gonna be
como los latinos. Ahora es que empieza la fiesta, like now it comes. Octubre, then Thanksgiving,
this is like the warm up.
This is the warm up, yeah.
This is the warm up, because after, you're right. This is the warm up, because then we got Thanksgiving. Ya countdown to Christmas and New Year's, Los Días de los Reyes.
Yes, and forget about start making your like your goals for the first of the year. No. We're starting now.
Exactly.
Now, that's why we're here today.
Yep.
And that's why we're going to take it a little bit more serious and changing the subject a little bit. But it's going to be really good for everybody. It's going to be helpful Hopefully I'll be able to give you some tools and guidance, and you too.
Exactly. So today, guys, we wanted to kind of like give you some little education, just on certain things like finances, the American dream of owning your home or owning a home or your first home ever. And I invited Yari to do this episode with me because she is definitely very informative. I've actually been, for support and actually learning purposes too. I've been to some of her educational classes of the things you need to prepare before you even make an offer on a house or condo or townhome or a villa or even a vacation home. She's been very helpful in explaining how do you prepare yourself, your finances, what to do, what not to do, what to not spend, which is sometimes hard to do.
Yes.
So
we're getting real here,
Yeah, like,
the real deal.
Ya ahora las cosas han cambiado. Todos quieren tener su propia casa. You don't have to move anymore. Ya retirarse or, empezar a crear su familia, and leave it for generations. I remember when I was younger, I used to think that if you bought a house, right, from watching movies and TV shows, that's it. You bought your house, you would never think of moving. Like now,
yeah, that's so funny because I was listening to someone today and she was talking about that, like our parents.
Yeah.
That their goal was to buy this house and I'm gonna live here forever.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my forever home,
And now it's like people are selling their home 5 years later. I'm like,
yes, because it's the business, how the business is. The market is so hot and you can make so much money by selling your property and getting that equity back. So why not? Why not sell it if you can make that much profit and go and buy something better and bigger.
Yeah.
So now the mentality has changed so much. And like I tell everybody is, like, don't see buying a home, which I heard that today from someone that I follow, and I really love her because she's very knowledgeable as well. Like she said, and I tell this to all my buyers, all the people I work with, don't think, because everybody think about, oh my God, I want to buy the standard, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a car garage. That is not happening, especially if you're not getting money, if you're not getting more than $200,000.
Yep.
Forget about it. You're gonna get a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, like she was saying, or 2, and you're lucky if you get that. And people don't see it like as an investment, Instead of thinking, oh my God, this is gonna be where I'm gonna spend the rest of my life. No, see it as a freaking investment, because it's not like buying a car. You buy a car, as soon as you drive the car out of the dealership, and I know you all heard this before.
Yep.
The value is like done. Yes. The house is not the same. When you buy a house, you gain value, equity in this property, and that you can use eventually when you sell. You sell the house for more, you take that money and put it in your pocket, Now people are walking out with $100,000, more than $100,000 in their pocket, And I can give you my own experience, and
Yeah.
I remember I was able only to qualify for so little, like 65. And the house, I bought my house when the market crashed there. It was so crazy. And houses were in foreclosure and investors were like, going crazy. I was lucky enough to buy this house. It looked like literally like an investment property because it was like a disaster.
I didn't see it when you first bought it. I saw the construction phase. Like, you really went in, because I don't have the patience for that. Maybe if I had resources, but even then you had limited resources.
Yes.
You went in. Like, Yari, literally her first house, she literally like flipped the whole floor plan.
Oh yes, which I kind of regret that, but after I did it, it's already done. Well,
The only thing that's the same is just the exterior.
yeah, the exterior, because everything inside, like literally, the kitchen was moved from the left to the right.
Yep.
The dining table from the left to the right, and it was like that.
I think you made the kitchen became the original kitchen became a bedroom.
Yes, it really makes sense because now we were trying to make the room bigger, and that was the only way to make it happen.
Okay.
So it was a three bedroom, one bath, but it was like the bedroom were like literally you could only feed a twin bed, you know? So it was not the best option for us.
Right.
So we decided just to let's make it two and make it a little bit bigger, you know? So I was able to fit my king size bed and at least a full size in the other bedroom. But the thing is that I remember that you went to the house with your niece,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Oh my God, this kitchen looked like the kitchen in Dominican Republic."
Yeah.
That's how old it was.
Yeah.
Like it was literally the kitchen from
Yeah,
1959 or 57, because that's how old the house is. And so, anyways, to make the long story short, because I can go on and on, keep
No,
going.
you're good.
The thing is that I paid that for the house, and I appraised the house recently, and it appraised for $230,000. So and sometimes you don't see it at the moment, But regardless, if the house is ugly, if it has carpet, if the kitchen is pink, if you were only approved for a certain amount, and even better if you were able to qualify for some down payment assistance, there is down payment assistance out there, and you're able to buy a house for, I don't know, 200,000 or 150, looking that way. Invest the freaking money, because it's an investment. It's an investment. You're not gonna lose,
And pretty much, and now, I mean, you're still winning in your investment because
I am.
now you're in your second home.
Yes.
And she still has her first home.
I do. Yes. And I use it as I'm renting the property right now, which that's one thing. And I told that with the market how it is right now, that's what I tell my buyers. Don't worry if you were not qualified for so much. This is going to be your first house, but no, it's not going to be the last one. And with this house, eventually in the next year or two, you're going to start making more money. I can help you, planning better for the future, how you can do better with the savings and all that, so you can be able to go in another bigger size, another better, bigger home, whatever you want to call it. And you can either sell this one, or you can use it as a income rental, right? Property. So you're not gonna lose. Yes, you have to put some money when the house is old. I get it. Oh my God, I have to fix it. If you want to remodel the kitchen, you might have some friends that they know about remodeling, and they can give you a better price. For $5,000, you can make a decent kitchen, pull the carpet out, and better yet, you can make it your own, because you get to select, what color you want. And little by little, that's what I did with mine. At the end, it's still not looking how I wanted it to look, because it is a lot of money, but the roof is new. The main things that you need functioning in a house, they're working properly. Right. So at the end of the day, one thing that I wanted to, like, how you start to the process, that was one of the things we wanted to talk about. The process first, if you don't have any idea how's your credit, my suggestion is, instead of going directly to the lender, look in your county for nonprofit organizations. They are nonprofit organizations. They can help you. They can pull your credit, not a hard pull. So that means it's not going to lower your score. They will give you the same score as the lender, and you don't pay anything. Well, you only pay for the credit report. Yeah. That's all. That's the only fee they charge.
$30.
$30, $35, depending if it's one person or two people. And you can get not only the full credit report, they can tell you, okay, this is your number. This is what we need to work on. And they can help you throughout the entire process. That's what I did for a couple of years. I was a housing counselor, so I was able to help people getting mortgage ready. So I told people, if you're certain that you don't have debts, and your credit is good, just and you have savings and you have your incomes
Right.
stable, just go straight to the lender, but not straight to the lender like that. Hire a professional realtor who's going to be able to be there for you. And usually what I do is refer people to lenders, because we know how it is. And we want to make sure you work with the best, we want to make sure we have a team. So we can give you referrals, so you can go straight to your bank, whichever you prefer. Then you go to the lender straight. But if you don't know, and you know your life is a mess and you don't know where to start, and oh my god, I don't have the savings, but you need like someone to give you guidance, take advantage of those places, nonprofit organizations. Google it, housing, ¿cómo se llaman? Housing, oh my god, community housing assistance. That you can Google it, and it will you will see a couple of options there. But that's my first suggestion, like to do that. You definitely have to work on the savings. You have to have a good saving account.
So let's start with that. So savings, what do you think, regardless of cost or whatever?
Yeah, regardless if you are good to go or not, you still have to have savings, right?
Because I believe that you want to have your emergency funds.
Exactly.
Right? Because
exactly.
God forbid something happens to you, you still want to fall back on something, whether you're buying a house or not.
Exactly.
So I know that lenders look at that, because if you're buying something 6 figures, 100,000, 200, for $500,000, God forbid something happens to you and you don't have an income coming in anymore, they want to know that they're still going to get the mortgage paid. So what do you think? Okay, so for a person, let's say a first-time home buyer, what should be their first? They should always be saving. And I believe you need to have like 10 to 20% saved up, because depending on what you qualify for. And I know, like, sometimes let's say you qualify for like, let's say 125,000, exactly. But the home that you like is $200,000. Unless you have the cash for the difference, you're gonna have to shop elsewhere.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one thing. And another thing is, like, with this market, the sellers are not even helping with closing costs. So not only you have to have for down payment, you also have to have money for closing costs. So that adds up to your down payment. So it goes up. Yes. So in reality, it depends what type of loan you get. But yes, like you said, you have to have a good amount in savings. We always, when I used to do the housing counselor, we used to tell people, like maybe, minimum 5,000. But that was 2 years ago, when sellers, they were still helping with closing costs. And on a house that will probably cost you like 200,000. But right now, the standard is 300,000. So you have to have like a good $16,000 to $20,000, or even more, depending, because how the market is, people are
fluctuates, or you get like
they're bidding for houses.
The bidding war.
Yeah, so people is like they're offering more than the asking price, so you have an opportunity to
fight, defend yourself.
So right now, back when I was doing housing counsel, it was different because the market was different, situation was different. And that's why you have to go. Don't listen to people around you. Don't listen to friends. Sometimes even family. They start putting things in your mind and they don't even know. That's why you want to hire someone who is professional. Read articles. There are so many good articles out there that will give you real numbers. Numbers don't lie. Or like I said, go to a nonprofit organization. They will have the most current housing tools for you, and they will tell you how is at the moment, because we cannot rely back on the past.
Right.
I have so many people that because of that, they are not. They're still waiting to buy a house because they kept listening to people. Oh, the prices are gonna go down. Prices are gonna go down. I'm like, no, prices are not gonna go down. Why? Because there's so little inventory. That's driving the demand super high. The interest rate, the lowest in the history, that's making more people wanting to buy a home. Who the hell knew this freaking COVID was gonna come?
I'm tripping. Like, I'm like,
yeah, I'm tripping too, because I'm like, what? COVID is helping us, or I don't know how you. I mean, the real estate agents. Were
it's helping everybody, because it's
helping
helping the buyers. Because now I'm like, oh my god, I can buy the house of my dreams, or I can relocate. And then at the same time, you guys are getting the sales.
Exacto, but it's making things more challenging at the same time,
Right.
So I feel bad for those who, unfortunately, they don't have savings, they haven't been able to organize and maybe have a stable job, because it's a lot that comes. That's good. That's why it's good for someone who doesn't know how the
Right.
situation is, to hire someone that they can help them and guide them throughout the process, because it's a lot of things. You have to have your pay stub, you have to have your year in your job, you have to have your savings, you have to make sure that the taxes were done correctly. There's a lot of things, but at the end of the day, just to give you the basic steps, first you want to get pre-approved, of course, especially if you're pretty confident that you have your saving is good, your job is good, your credit card is good. Go ahead and get up pre-approved. Always look for a real estate agent. You don't pay the realtor for this service, the seller will pay the realtor. So a lot of people is misinformed about that. So take advantage of that in a good way, because a good real estate agent is gonna be next to you, and it's gonna hold you hand by hand and go step by step, and it's gonna give you the best referral, and it's gonna do 200% for you, because that's how it is right now with how is the competition. So you have to be really good out there. And make sure you look for a good real estate agent. That real estate agent is going to help you getting pre-approved. After you get pre-approved, perfect. Now we can start looking for a house. Once again, priorities, we have to be more realistic, like, family, I want my forever home, but just think more as a business. Like, you're investing in a business instead of you paying someone else for their investment and making them richer.
Yeah.
You are going to invest for you. That money you pay for the mortgage is going to go back in your pockets, and take advantage of that. And once you find a property, be patient, trust the process. What I always say, what is gonna be for you is gonna be for you, regardless.
I agree.
And of course, make sure you don't get into any new debts. Make sure you keep that money in your savings well secure. Don't
quit your job.
Don't quit your job.
Before.
And man, you know what? Don't do anything. Like I tell my buyers, don't you do anything. Nothing at all. Nothing. As stupid as it may sound to you, don't do it. You ask me first. You ask me. Like when you used to be little and you have to ask your mom for everything, you ask your real estate agent, hey, I was thinking to do this. And I'm talking about like from making deposits to buying new stuff to possible thinking about getting a car. Don't do that. Don't get a freaking car. Don't do it. Don't get nothing. Don't do anything. But always talk to the real estate agent, having that open communication. Sometimes my buyers, they like to, because they know that I'm very intense on that, and I'm like texting you every day, so you're gonna hear from me every freaking day. And I tell them, I'm like, sometimes they call me. I had this one, and she's a friend of mine. She called me one day. She's like, Yari, I'm here at Rooms to Go. I almost had a heart attack. What the hell you're doing in Rooms to Go? You get your ass out of the store right now. But she was kidding, But yeah, that's why it's so important to make sure you hire a good real estate agent that is gonna have the best interest in you, because at the end of the day, it's gonna make your process so much easier. You'll be able to understand everything better, because it is so much that you have no idea until you start actually the process of buying a
Right.
house, you know?
So big key here: save and don't spend.
Yes. Don't get in any new debts. The credit score, once again, you know, you have the tools to.
What's the? I know there's like, I know a lot has changed too. I know the average credit score is 620, 680.
Well, right now, after the COVID here in Florida, is 640
Okay.
for an FHA. An FHA, which that's another
That'll be
another
part
subject.
two.
Yes, exactly, part two. But yes, for people who have a lower score, they don't have much for down payment. The best way to go is with an FHA, and that one at minimum 640.
Okay.
Yes. So make sure, you know, as long as you have 640, you have a year in your job, and you have your good savings, you should be able to start the process of buying a house, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, those are the main things. You have to just find what is your credit score, make sure you have your savings and everything is in place. But some people get a little bit scared, because like right now I'm telling you guys all this, and oh my gosh, forget about it, I'm gonna keep renting. Yeah, keep spending $2,000 when you can pay for $1,500 for a mortgage.
Right.
So do it if you that's what you want. But I'm here to tell you that you have the opportunity to be a homeowner. Invest in yourself, have an investment that is gonna really give you you know, money back, and at the same time, you know, just be able to stop paying for someone else and
I
moving
agree.
around.
I mean, right now, oh my God, I hate. This is the longest I've stayed in one place where I live right now, because I saw myself buying my house last year. But then COVID said, nope, hold on. You can buy a house, but this is for how much now? Like, I'm like, what just happened? Like, literally from one day to the next. So now I'm like, okay, I have to save more, because I don't want, when the day does come, I want to be able to say, yes, I'm good. I want this house with all these finishes or whatever. And I want to make sure I have enough to cover any costs, whether I'm paying for the closing costs or everything else. I don't want to be that close to them be like, oh, no, we can't.
Mm-hmm.
And then the market's increasing every day, which it's also freaking out, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to pay what I pay now for rent or less. And the way it's looking at it, I'm like, I might be paying the same, which again is better because it's mine.
Exactly.
I could paint the wall whatever color and change it later, or change the countertop or whatever. So that's what I look forward to. Plus, I want to create my own memories in my own new home.
Exactly. And even if you think you don't have that like the great credit score, or your situation is not like the perfect situation, definitely go to one of those agencies that I mentioned before, because here in Florida, believe it or not, they're still giving down payment assistance. Different counties, they have they have different amounts, they have different grants, they have different rules, and that all depends on your family size and all that. But if you can have money for free, or sometimes it's not free, you have to pay it back after the life of the loan, or after 5 years, after 10 years. So it depends. That's why I say each county has their own rules and regulations and a structure for how they're giving you this money. But why not take advantage of that if it's available? And that's going to help you with the down payment assistance, with the closing costs. Hello, no brainer. You know, yes, it's going to be still challenging for you to buy a house, because you may not be able to qualify for a lot. But once again, we have to clear our mind of that mindset. Oh, I want to have the curbside, the aesthetic, and you know, the freaking 3 2 bedroom house with the pool. No, you know, you have to delete that. Have an open mind, and every time you go and see a house, think about this. This is not gonna be my only house. I'm gonna be able to do better in the next couple of years. I'm gonna be able, now that I know, because you're gonna learn a lot throughout the process. I'm gonna get myself prepared. I'm gonna make my you know do better at my job, make more money, save more money, and then eventually you'll be able to either sell that one and take your equity and put it towards the down payment of your nice bigger 3-4 bedroom pool, whatever you want in your house. But it's how it is. It's the reality right now.
I mean, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm still a dreamer, so I have a big vision of my ideal home. But it took me some time to accept that I had to make some realistic adjustments. Now, if you can do it, great, by all means, If I win the lotto one day, then
exactly.
Well, that goes out the window.
Exactly. Yeah, you get your mansion.
Yeah, my 7 acres. I want all of that. But I've learned so much throughout the years, and don't get me, I'm one of those people too. I mean, the biggest loan I've ever gotten was my car loan, But to think, oh my God, $200,000, $300,000. But then if you do the math of how much you're paying a year in rent, it's like, well, damn.
It's just like, what? What the hell I've been doing all this time,
Yeah, and I even think about that too. When I pay my car note, I multiply it, because I make sure it's exactly what I'm supposed to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, damn, I need to pay this thing off. So I'm like, it makes you want, like, for example, one thing, like with mortgage and rent is two different things. Because with rent, if you stay where you're staying, your rent increases. And in Florida, it's changed so much from when I first moved 20 years ago. There ain't no $600 rent.
No.
Unless you're living in efficiency.
Yes, nowhere to find that rent.
You're looking starting at a studio, just slightly $1,000.
Yeah, and there's that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, now all the new apartment complexes are your smart homes.
Exactly.
Whether you want it to be smart or not. Yeah. But now, like for me, the reason why I stay where I'm at now is because it's more inexpensive for me to just pay my $50 increase than to move and look for somewhere else, because the rent is 3 times more than what I'm paying now.
Yes. Exactly.
So this is why I'm staying put. Exactly. I'd rather pay this than to go start paying $2,000 somewhere else, and I'm not even going to be excited about it. And I'm going to have to move again.
And then are you really going to be able to save money then?
Exactly.
Because now you have nothing left.
Increased.
Everything is going towards your rent. With a house, and I know you were getting there, you can get your homestead, which is a discount tax, credit that you get. If it's your homesteaded property, you get your equity once again, which that's why the value of the house, Now it's been crazy because in a year, a house, this one is like $50,000 over what we pay for.
Right. I have a friend, she didn't live in her house too long, and she already made profit and sold her house.
And I know that's the market that we are right now, but still,
Yeah, I just feel like I hope that, yes, it's an investment, that's great, but I also hope that people don't forget to, the reason why you really want a home too. Like for me is I have a vision of setting roots, and if I raise a family or not.
No, exactly. But especially when it's your first house, that's what I say, because usually first house might not gonna be that house.
I think
especially if you're young,
right.
The younger generation. You don't know what's gonna happen next. Maybe you get a really nice job and you have to move, and then you decide to sell the house. But I thought more about, the younger generation, that just to see your first home as, any home is going to be an investment, regardless if it's your forever home, you're downsizing to your, the home you're going to die, or whatever the case may be.
It's so funny, it's crazy because even 55 plus communities, I be looking at the prices.
No, it's ridiculous.
These people are supposed to retire.
Anthony's mom, who the hell is going to be able to pay with the Social Security afford this? Not even let me tell you, even mobile homes. I cannot believe, because Audi, she was about to buy one for 6,000. Forget about it. You're not gonna find anywhere a mobile home for 6,000. That's not happening. It's like
Same thing with land.
70,000 or more.
I'm like shopping for land for like Spring Hill.
Yeah.
Before you can get land for $3,000-$4,000. Boy, do I have the biggest regret right now of not buying a few years ago. Now you're looking at $20,000, $13,000, and not even for like a full acre.
No, not even for a full acre. That's the market that we are in, but not to discourage. This is not to discourage
it's just
anybody.
an FYI. Like, I mean, these are all little things to consider.
To consider what you need to start. You know, just do those few steps, and that's gonna take you where you need to go. You know.
Yeah, there's also the first time home buyers program, which I did earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
I did learn quite a few things. There's programs out there, but I know there's not as much because of COVID. I know they're slowly starting, but they're also being more difficult for you to qualify and things like that. But I would recommend the first time home buyers too. I think it's a total of 8 hours.
Yeah, you have to take it, but I recommend that one for anybody who's new in this housing process. But if you're gonna get down payment, you definitely have to have that 8-hour course here in Florida, of course. And but once again, going back to the nonprofit organizations, they do those 8 hours, and you can do that, or you can choose to have a housing counselor guide you throughout the entire process. Like I did that with a lot of people. And it was amazing, I have to meet with them every 2 months just to see how they were doing with their savings. And it was fun. For me, it was very rewarding to see how from nothing, from like a mess.
I mean, I'm sure it's a lesson for them too.
A year after, I'm closing in my house. What a blessing. That is a blessing.
And of course, I'm sure they changed their ways now, because now they're like, nope, save. Do I need this? Do I want this?
Exactly. Needs versus wants. Right. But yeah, so it's a lot to talk about, but this is the basic stuff that you need to just start the process. I'm so glad that Yvette gave me the opportunity.
Yes, and we'll definitely have more sessions like this. I have a whole network of friends. So when she said don't talk to friends, I have good friends. Like I have you, I have Gretel.
Yes, for sure.
So you want to make sure that you're just, surround yourself with the people that are going to help you.
Yes. Because there's going to be a lot of people that maybe that's not their intention, but that's their background. That's how they were raised, and they have that thing that we have that thing in our family. I'm pretty sure that they always like so negative. Oh no, how you're crazy, how you gonna do that? And they start telling you stuff from things that listening from other people. Don't do that. Just make sure you
keep it to yourself.
Do your research with the facts. What is real? There's a lot of articles out there, professionals that you can get real time true information. So those people that I'm referring to that are negative, that are telling you, oh my God,
they're just haters, they're jealous.
You have to block those people.
Yeah, and not only that, everyone, you grow, so not everyone has the same dreams, or if you do have the same dreams, then you're pushing each other, and that's the best part. I appreciate everyone that's in my life because it's always been a support system,
and that's what you want to have.
Like even like I talked to Sienna, and I told her the other day, I was like, I have a vision, my dream house, right? So I told her, I was like, I'm gonna have this amount of bedrooms, and she didn't even she just went with it. Like, okay, Titi, I see you. And I was like, I'll have these amount of bathrooms. She's like, all right. I was like, don't worry, you got your own. And that's what you want. You don't need to be downplayed. Like, why not? Let me have.
Oh no, I believe in you. You need to have a vision. You need to see it, imagine it, believe it, and think that you already have it.
Yep.
If it's not gonna happen with the first house, be okay with that. But as long as you keep that vision in your mind, it's gonna happen eventually. Maybe not in the first house. Maybe it's gonna take you a second house, but as long as you have that in your mind, that positive thinking, that vision, that nobody's gonna take away from you, because that's what you want and that's what you see yourself in, because that's what you deserve. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Maybe three houses after, whatever it's gonna take for you to get it, you're gonna get it. You know, it's just. You balance it out.
And not only that, how badly do you really want it? Like, you're mostly the one in control of your own destiny. So, regardless if someone says, "Oh, whatever, you ain't gonna get that, whatever." Okay, that's how you feel.
Exactly.
That should not give any reason to change how you feel.
But what I want is completely different than what you think or you want.
You want to stay there? Okay, good for you. I'm not hating on you. That's where you want to be. Yes. But if I want to be here, I want to live.
And you have to start somewhere.
Yeah,
it's like everything. You're not gonna be rich. If you want to be rich, tomorrow I'm gonna be rich. No, you have to work for it. You have to. Do your things, your college, you have to hustle, depending on how rich you want to be, Same thing with the house, you have to start somewhere. So you're probably not gonna, if you start in a mansion, oh my God, even better for you. But realistically talking here, you always start from...
What is it?
What can you can afford from little, and you keep making that bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's a reason why you go through that, because once you get there, you have to. The only time you're gonna look back is to see how much and how far you came and all the hustle you did and that you made it, and that's the biggest satisfaction
it is, and I can't wait for that day.
So good luck, everybody. Don't be negative. Make it happen. Do your diligence right now. Yes, our good vibes. You can make anything happen. Is all in the mind, and having the right people and the right tools for sure. So thank you, Ven.
No problem. I'll definitely tag. I'll put your Instagram, and you guys, if you have any other questions, you can reach out to Yari. She could definitely go on one-on-one you if you're out of state. She just helped some buyers that moved here from up north. So Yari is flexible in any way possible. So thank you for coming back. We're gonna have you back again. Yay! So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It may seem like a lot and overwhelming, but the main key factors is follow your dream. If you want to be a homeowner, whether it's a condo, villa, as long as it's yours, just go for it. No one should stop you, and there's no right or wrong. It's a learning experience, and it's your life, and you only live once.
Yeah, make it happen.
Make the best of it.
Yeah.
So,
amen to that.
Yes. So we will see you next week, guys. Hispanic Culture Heritage Month. So we have a lot in tune for you. So I can't wait to share that with you. And who knows? Maybe I'll do it live.
Yes, that's coming. Bye.